I don't know if you've been following the news in terms of Hollyweird and what they're doing, but there's three factions essentially. Well, two factions that were on strike before. It was the Writers Guild, so the people that write the propaganda, the woke garbage that we don't like, and then there is people that perform in the woke propaganda garbage, and those are the actors. Now, when you look at media in general as a tool to influence the masses, to spread your propaganda, um, to spread the message. Over the past few years, we've seen video games get co-opted to push overtly political messaging. We've seen it in, remember The Last of Us 2? Oh my God, it's so stunning and brave. This character's trans. This character's non-binary. This character's, and it is a zombie game, right? Certainly, with video games, it's one of those things where it's like, hey, you can make whatever game you want. Yeah, I'm not against that. You make whatever game you want. That's totally cool. You want to make a game about a trans cat? You can do that. But increasingly, the big studios, Ubisoft, Activision, Naughty Dog in the PlayStation world, they have taken to spreading the message. And it starts insidiously, smallly, with like Starfield, you got to choose your pronouns. I remember Ubisoft, The Division 2, I think it was in The Division 2, might have been the first time I had seen it, probably maybe not the first time they'd ever done it. You were no longer selecting male or female operator. You were selecting body type. This is an example of how pernicious, how, these woke weirdos, choosing a boy or a man or a woman in a video game has been fine for the past 50 years. But suddenly now it's like, whoa, we don't say man or woman. This is the kind of, propaganda that gets spread. Well, the writer's strike ended yesterday, and then now it's going to be video games. Because outside of like two or three kind of like legendary video game voice actors, who the hell are these people even? Go ahead and strike. I have a backlog that I won't even live long enough to play through. I don't care. On Monday, union members voted 98.32% in favor of strike authorization against 10 major video game companies, with 34,700 members casting ballots representing nearly 30% of eligible voters. The result allows SAG and AFTRA negotiators to call for a strike for new interactive media agreement if necessary, but it does not guarantee a work stoppage will take place. I hope it does. Hope it does. Yeah, you could do another great example is in the Far Cry 5 game. Of course, there were Trump references in it. Little nuggets from these woke weirdos working at these games, right? Quote, "It's time for video game companies to stop playing games and get serious about reaching an agreement on this contract." The SAG after President Fran Drescher in the statement said, "The result of this vote shows our membership understands the existential nature of these negotiations, and that the time is now for these companies, which are making billions of dollars and paying their CEOs lavishly." Who is this even? Who is striking? Video game companies facing a potential strike, including Activision, Limelight LLC, Disney Character Voices, Electronic Arts Productions, Formosa Interactive, Insomniac, Epic Games, Take-Two Productions. I mean, that's, Take-Two Productions is, Grand Theft Auto, Red Dead Redemption, all NBA 2K games, VoiceWorks Productions, and WB Games. Negotiations began in October 2022. According to the union, the companies have refused, quote, acceptable terms and wages that keep up with inflation, protections around exploitative and uses of artificial intelligence, and basic safety precautions. I mean, we're already living in an era where you get for in many cases you're getting half of the game for $60 to $70. What's going to happen after this is the games will be $100, and they'll say, well, we had to do it. I don't remember what the exact example was. Maybe it was GTA 6, but people were talking about there being like a $150 version of the game. There's already step up and step up and step up to buy the game. And then most games also have additional monetization built into their games. Now, I'm fine. Yeah, I know. Obviously, it's Rolling Stone, but I have other sources. You know, after 5 rounds of bargaining, it has become abundantly clear that the video game companies aren't willing to meaningfully engage in the critical issues. That's because, I'm sorry, this might be a hot take. I don't know. I guess the comments will let me know. I don't think having Keanu Reeves in Cyberpunk made it any better or any worse. I don't think that having Mads Mikkelsen, who I love Keanu, you know, I don't think having Hollywood actors in video games make them any better or any worse to me. There have always been, now this is going to be more about your bog standard voice actors and stuff like that. But for some people, it's a big deal. I thought, you know, the Keanu walking out on the stage doing what did he say? You're breathtaking. Like, I think that was an awesome moment. But like, I don't need Hollywood weirdos in my video games. In fact, for me, I got to be honest, maybe there's other people out there like this, or maybe it's just, you know, weird for me, but it's immersion breaking. Like, honestly, it's completely immersion breaking for me to have like a real life thing in my video game. So, you know, I just don't care if these people want to strike. Do you want to shut down modern video games? Cool. I mean, what do we even have out there? Look at the state of the games. And like, dude, people also. I mean, how many people, it always cracks me up every year when everyone complains about Call of Duty and then buys it anyway. I just feel like, you know, this society as consumers, we need to like be better about, just accepting the dreck. I mean, this day one patch crap, or it's like when I got Cyberpunk, I was really excited for it. I played it for an hour and I was like, this is not done. I still haven't played it. I'm still excited to buy it, but I could have bought it now for a third of the price. I always talk about how I'm really glad I paid $4.99 to buy Far Cry 5 on sale right before the new Far Cry like extension came out or whatever, expansion. Because I felt like, wow, this game's actually done and I had a lot of fun and the price was right. More people need to do that. You know, and I just don't, like, I don't care about, you see video game performers prepared to strike for more pay and protections. This is not about pay. And by the way, I want to make it clear, I'm very excited to play the new Cyberpunk game. I meant to install it. I might even stream it. But you know, I just, this is not about money. This is about AI. They know that AI voice generation is already pretty good. It's already pretty good. And that in the next 2 to 3 years, it's going to be great. You're not going to need to hire anybody to do voice acting. This is the reality. Even with the deal that Hollywood writers signed with Hollywood, it's only for 3 years. Hollywood knows that in 3, 4, 5 years, AI will be able to generate 80% of scripts. You know, there's a million games. I still haven't played Final Fantasy 16. I have Dark Souls somewhere in a package sealed still. I probably own 20 games that I still haven't played. So let them strike. We know that, and and again, they need to get back to work so they can continue spreading the message. So for me, I just don't care. Let them strike. I think most people in the video game industry, the consumer of video games, don't care. And this is all about them knowing that they're going to be replaced by AI. And yes, there are some beloved voice actors out there, but I don't care about Keanu Reeves being in any video game, and I love Keanu. I don't care about any Hollywood weirdos getting cast in video games. I mean, did you see Megan Fox's voice acting? And she probably got paid more than anyone else. I mean, Vanilla WoW even has an AI voiceover add-on already. So, I think that go ahead. Remember Saints Row? How, their new woke version, the entire studio shut down. So I think we need less people making video games. Big corporations anyway, not more. So I'm fine with them striking.